How do I answer this? I guess I'm allowed to Sheoldred's Edict. They get it. I don't get a window to respond? Hello everyone, it's your favorite blue-aligned Planeswalker. I'm the control guy, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Yeah, this video should, again, come out pretty soon after the last one, like 3 to 4 days. But, yeah, I'm still busy, but I'm trying to get videos out for you guys. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Not much more to say from on my end. Let's show you guys the deck that I'm playing today. Alright, so today, actually, before I get into the deck, I got really lucky. I opened 3 packs in a row. The first pack I opened, no, I opened 2 packs actually. The first pack I opened was the one that gave me my free mythic wild card. So I was gonna get a mythic wild card. Then in that pack, I got a mythic wild card, and then in the next pack, I got another mythic wild card. So I ended up with 3 extra mythics. So I crafted a second Jace the Mind Sculptor and 2 more Tamiyos. So now we can do Jace and Tamiyo decks, which is really cool. So that brings us to today's deck. I wanted to play a deck that plays both 4 Tamiyos and 2 Jaces. Because obviously Jace and Tamiyo synergize, right? Because Jace can brainstorm and Tamiyo flips if you brainstorm. So we have this cool deck. And the reason why I'm not in white is that I just wanted to try black as a color, because when you have control decks that are blue based, the white ones are clean and the black ones are mean. So by clean, I mean you can wipe the board in white, which is harder in black. But with black, you have hand hate and graveyard hate and stuff, which are kind of like more like a mean way of controlling your opponent. But in a way, it's sometimes better. For example, the control mirror is easier when you have Thoughtseize. Like in the control mirror, Swords to Plowshares is a dead card, but Thoughtseize always has something to do. Obviously, this is worse against Burn and other creature decks, but we can get around it. Anyway, let's show some cards we're playing. So yeah, as I mentioned, we're playing Thoughtseize and Surgical Extraction, which are just super cool cards that you can't play in blue-white control. We're playing Abundant Harvest. Way back, I made a Sultai video that was playing this, and I was actually really happy with this card. This card, I think, still is pretty good. It can reshuffle your Brainstorms by putting 2 non-lands on top and then naming land, or vice versa. It can guarantee you a non-land, and it can guarantee you a land, which is really good. The stat agency is really powerful. So yeah, I like this card. We're playing Mana Drain One Ring, as per usual, in every blue control deck that I've played the past couple, like, ever since Mana Drain got printed. It's just Mana Drain into One Ring. It's just so good. We have some Bowmasters. We have a Demonic Tutor, which is another really, really, really broken card. It's restricted and timeless, but you never get to see it on the channel because I usually don't play black aligned control decks. But yeah, Demonic Tutor, pretty good. We're playing Assassin's Trophy and Sheoldred Edict as our catch-all removal spells. Bowmasters. Ironically, we're playing only 3. That's because I was playing with 4, and I just realized that Bowmaster somehow Bowmaster is the weakest card in this deck. So I ended up cutting 1. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe 4 is correct, maybe 3 is correct, who knows. But I ended up cutting the 4th Bowmaster, I think, for Demonic Tutor. We're also playing Witherbloom Command, which is a really cool, just versatile spell. It gets rid of small permanents, and it kills small creatures, and it gains you life, and it can mill for your Uros, and it can get you a land back, which is just really good. Just versatile card. Usually it will have a use, even if you're just milling yourself and gaining 2 life and draining 2. That's usually worth it. Toxic Deluge is a card printed in Modern Horizons 3, which lets us have a reliable board right now. It costs life, which is scary, but it's more efficient than the Meteor Massacre, in my opinion, and it kills everything, like big creatures included. And when you have an Uro on the battlefield, you can kill all the small creatures and keep your Uro around, which is pretty cool. Oko Thief of Crowns is just what you want to be doing in blue and green. Like, that's just how it is. Same goes for Uro. You just want to have these cards. They are just really broken, and that's the main reason to be playing green in control is these 2 cards. Then in the 4-drop slot, we have 4 One Rings and 2 Jace the Mind Sculptors. I had Subtleties in this deck before, but then I realized I had forgotten to put Jace into this deck, so I cut the Subtleties for Jace. Subtleties alright, but it makes you go down a card if you really wanna scam it. and just a 4 mana flash 3/3 that can kind of memory lapse a spell compared to Jace the Boogeyman. It's just not even close. Jace is just much better. So you can also mana drain into Jace. If you mana drain a 2-drop on turn 2, you get to play Jace on turn 3, which is pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. That's literally every card in the deck explained. Just a nice little Sultai control package. Yeah, let's take over some games and let's make some people angry. Different matchups. Against Burn, we have a bit of incidental life gain with Witherbloom Command and Uro and Oak can make foods. Against Show and Tell, we kind of suck, but we have counter spells. There's nothing we can put in off of Show and Tell that stops them from going off, so we have to beat Show and Tell on the stack. But when we do, we can then Surgical Extraction all their Show and Tells. We can find Surgical Extraction with Demonic Tutor or just draw a bunch of cards and win the game that way. You will see a lot of early Tamiyos, I think. I mean, from playing this deck, I've had a lot of turn 2 Tamiyos, like turn 2 flip Tamiyos, off of Brainstorm. And when you just have 4 Tamiyos, you're likely to have one in your opening hand, which is really good. A turn 2 Tamiyo ults like, what, 3 turns later? And that's half your deck in your hand as a control deck, which is just unbeatable. So yeah, pretty good stuff, pretty good stuff. And yeah, we have 2 Mystic Sanctuaries just to get back some key spells because we struggle against big creatures. We can either elk them with Uro, pay a lot of life from Toxic Deluge, bounce them, or Assassin's Trophy Sheoldred to Edict them. But yeah, that's about pretty much it. Obviously, if Shift and Show or Show and Tell goes off, you can Assassin's Trophy their Omniscience in response to their first spell, which is already pretty bad for you, but at least you didn't lose the game on the spot. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I'll see you guys in the games. Alright, we are playing against a person called Toxic. I go first. I have lands, a removal spell, and my 2 broken cards, so I'll keep this. I didn't really go over the mana base too much, but it's just a very basic Sultai mana base. 2 Surveil lands, 1 Triome, 2 Mystic Sanctuaries. I'm gonna get my colors here because I have everything else I need. So, just gonna get my Zagoth Triome. Then play a fetch land. I'll play the Flooded Strand because it's technically a worse fetch land. We play a basic island and a basic forest so that we can Boseiju and Oko and Uro. But we do not play a basic swamp, which sucks against Harbinger of the Seas, but is okay against Blood Moon. What am I playing against? I haven't even been paying attention to what they're doing. So when it enters the battlefield, create a white rabbit token and scry. Sacrifice it, you gain 3 life. There's no way this is a playable timeless card. It doesn't even draw a card. Like, if this drew a card, maybe, but there's no way that's a playable timeless card. I'm not even gonna fatal push that thing. It's not even worth it. I drew another one. Okay. I should have fetched the land, shouldn't I? It's okay. Let's play... Yeah, I definitely should have fetched on that step, but it's okay. I'm gonna play Uro here. Just get a mana advantage while we can. And next turn I can play Oko with Fatal Push Up. I don't know what they're playing, but it doesn't look very good. I don't know. I don't think Carrot Cake is a playable timeless card. This is rank Q as well. Like, I don't see it. Is this just to transform Sorin, or like, why are we playing Carrot Cake? Clarion Spirit. They made a mistake. Actually, never mind. They're good. They're not casting a second spell. If they wanted to cast a second spell here, they could have, never mind. I think they're fine. Well, I'm gonna kill the Clarion Spirit regardless, so... They might get a Spirit token here. Nope, they do not. Okay. I don't even need to shock this in, right? I could play Uro this turn, What happens if I just Uro? How do they beat Uro, right? If I just, like, Brainstorm into Uro. Or do I play Oko? Is Oko better? I just don't see how they beat either of them. Like, how do they beat Oko? How do they beat Uro? I don't think they beat either of them. I think Oko is the better threat. So that's Oko. I don't see it. I don't know how they beat this card. Like, I can play this tapped. I don't need to pay much to pay life. I just don't see how you beat Oko. Like, unless you have, like, just a straight up kill spell, but that's a third rabbit carrot cake. I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm playing against. Like, they have the full brewer's advantage at this point. Clarion Spirit. Are they just playing Orzhov Tokens? But Orzhov Tokens is not good. Like, what am I watching? It's a Bowmaster at least? Okay, at least it's a Bowmaster, so they do play viable cards. At least they do play viable timeless cards. That's good to know. Like, good for them, I guess. Yeah, so Mystic Sanctuary puts, yeah, look at this play. Mystic Sanctuary puts Fatal Push on top. This, but then I can't Uro. Okay. I'm going to instead Oko Elk the Bowmaster. I still can't Uro. But I can Brainstorm now. Didn't have enough cards in my graveyard. Thoughtseize. Okay, I don't think I want a Thoughtseize. Yet. That's fine. I was gonna Abundant Harvest, but then I realized I don't have enough green sources. Because I do want to get this Uro onto the battlefield. I could Thoughtseize them. I don't know what they could even have that's worth Thoughtseizing over Fatal Pushing, so I'm just gonna hold. See what they try to do. Ah, Deadly Dispute. Okay, that's why you're playing Carrot Cake. Ah, and when it... Ah, okay. So Carrot Cake also triggers when you sacrifice it, so that's why they play it. Okay. That makes it a little better. Still not timeless playable, in my opinion, but a little bit better. Alright. Let's see what you got. Sword's my Uro. That is 6 life for me. Now they're going to move to combat and try to kill Oko, I assume. I will Fatal Push your Bowmaster. So Oko doesn't die. Then what? Another Shock Land into a Haunted Witness. Into another Deadly Dispute? I'm assuming it's another Deadly Dispute. Nope. Okay, now we're cooking. What even is that? What is this? As an additional consequence spell, you sacrifice a number of opponents. Okay. Oh my god. Elemental Snake. Consequence each opponent sacrifice this way. When it enters the battlefield, put a blight counter on it. Then for each blight counter on it, each opponent loses 4 life unless that player sacrifices a non-permanent or discards a card. That is so bad because I just get to choose whatever I want to do. Like, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna lose 4 life because I have 24. Then I'm going to, let's see, I'm gonna wish for a non-land card, get a guaranteed mana drain. I will then, let's Brainstorm with the Bloom Command. Okay, let's put this and... Okay, I'm just looking for the line here. This and Thoughtseize on top. Then I will Minus and target player mills. Oh, I exiled all my lands with Ura. That was kind of dumb. And then I will elk this thing, which means it can't kill Uka. And now it's an elk. Oh, it's enters or attacks. So it's basically an elder giant, right? It's basically an Ura or a Croxa or a Flage, right? Because it's when it enters or attacks, right? Do I counter this? Do I even care? I don't think I do.
No!
I think that actually helps me.
No!
Because if they destroy my food,
No!
that turns on... Yeah, they know. That just turns on Fatal Push and I kill it. And then I just make another food. Like... No, dude. No. No. You're gonna want to play this deck in Explorer, where the format is actually, like, low power enough that tokens are okay. Like, my guy, that deck is not great. Not amazing. I'm not amused. Anyway, yeah, that's the first win, I guess. Sure. Okay, this hand has lands and spells. Yeah, this is a good hand. Let's keep it. Play a Surveil land on their end step. And then we'll see. Or I could get Triumph, but I think I'll get Surveil. I'll get the Surveil land. And I'll get the Black Surveil land. Island. I think I keep. Right? Or do I? Because, like, honestly, I need to do better than Island, right? Against a do-nothing deck, this hand is kind of slow. I need a 2-mana play or a 3-mana play. Boseiju. Let's shock in, make them scared. Make them play around like a counterspell or something. I don't know. They too are surveilling. And we're against show and tell, so it didn't even matter. Nothing actually mattered. This is just a race to who finds better interaction first. Unlucky. They probably already have a show and tell in hand, which is really good for them. I'm running a surgical, right? See, if I find surgical here, the game ends. Wait, they're playing Drown in the Loch. That's very interesting. If I find surgical, the game just ends. Do I brainstorm on my turn? I think I do. It's always better to brainstorm on your turn. Surgical extraction? No? No, not today. Okay. Let's put... Well, Fatal Push is useless. I can't even use... Oh, shit. I might have just lost the game. I should have brainstormed off of the Black Source. Because now I can't actually Boseiju. And I don't want to play Boseiju because Boseiju currently is my only answer. That might have just tossed the game. That actually might have just thrown the game. That is really unfortunate. I have to bluff now. I have to bluff having something by shocking in. Well, I kind of threw the game there. I'm not playing right. That's my fault. That was a complete blunder on my part, but thankfully they weren't able to go off there, so we're good. I'm gonna... Again, this is so awkward because if I harvest for a land and I don't think I can hit an untapped green, right? I would have to hit either exactly Forest or exactly Misty Rainforest. So I don't think I want to do this. In which case, why did they go off last turn? Are they like why didn't they go off last turn? I don't have a good way. I think I just play this and put Brainstorm on top. Yep. My hand is unfortunately kind of anemic. It just doesn't do anything. I need a mana drain, a Thoughtseize, one of my 4 mana drains, 2 Thoughtseizes, or 1 Surgical Extraction is what I'm looking for. And I just can't seem to find any of those. So, yeah, my hand is very, very fringe. It's like, it's praying that they don't just put in an Omniscience and have a way to beat a Boseiju. That's what I'm doing. So, let's Brainstorm. Again, trying to hit one of those cards. Okay, at least we hit a mana drain now, so that's fine. And I'm not going to be playing Boseiju out. Because if I mana drain off of my 2 black sources, and they, I should have put the Brainstorm on top though, that was a misplay. And if they somehow force their Shown through Urtel through, I can let Uro go into the battlefield, and then Boseiju the Omniscience with Uro on the stack, Uro's triggers on the stack. But I should have put Brainstorm on top so I can keep brainstorming back this useless Fatal Push. But they seem to be on the Dimir version of Show and Tell that has counterspells, which is really, really scary. Because if they just wait till turn 5 and then shove a Protected Show and Tell, I don't know if I can do it. But, yeah, like I said, if I can somehow find my Fatal Push... not Fatal Push, my Surgical Extraction, I'd be very happy, but... We shall see. What are they doing? They're playing a blue land, and then they are going to cast... Mastermind's Acquisition. Do I counter this? From outside the game? Nope. I can't let them get a card from outside the game, right? That's just too good. Let's counter that. Use the free mana to get the One Ring into play. Play this. Cast Brainstorm. Thoughtseize. Let's go. That's really good. Okay, put back this, put back Harvest. They're both pretty useless cards. Play Misty, Thoughtseize them. Okay, they have Omniscience, Archmage's Charm, and Show and Tell in hand. Let's take the Show and Tell. And then... Yeah, I can always fetch a Mystic Sanctuary and get back something. They play Fatal Push in the Show and Tell deck. That's crazy. They're on a wild version of Show and Tell. They're on a wild version of Show and Tell. So they have counterspells. So there's really no point. There's no point in putting like Thoughtseize back on top because they have counter magic. It's much better to just take another counterspell and guarantee myself that I will be able to counterspells in the future. My turn. Take 1 burden. Draw 2 cards. Oh, or I could just draw another Thoughtseize. That works. That works too. I'll take that. Thoughtseize you again. He's gonna counter this, but I actually want him to counter it, because if he counters it, that's the same as Thoughtseizing them. This Thoughtseize only would have taken another counterspell out of their hand anyway, so that's fine by me. And then I pass a turn. I don't have a green fetchable here, so I'm not gonna... I could Uro, but I don't have a green fetchable, so... Also, Uro lets me do the triggers thing, where they don't get a spell off of their Omniscience, because priority doesn't pass. They drew a Dig Through Time as their card for turn, which is crazy, which I definitely would have taken with Thoughtseize. Good job, opponent. Never mind, they just had that in hand. Huh? Am I blind? Did they have that the whole time? But yeah, I mean, taking Show and Tell was definitely the first option anyway. This resolves. You don't counter Dig Through Time in this matchup. I only have 1.5 layers of protection here. I'm actually not safe against the Show and Tell. Like, if they just play land, Show and Tell, and have a counterspell, I'm actually not doing too great. Uro is nice against Drown in the Loch, wherever it is, because Uro eats the cards in your graveyard, which means they can they get less value out of Drowning Block, which is pretty cool. They decide to not do that. Okay, I'll be fetching Hedge Maze here to have a second green source. I just want my... Okay, I'll take a Mana Drain. Sure, Mana Drain works. My turn. Draw 3 cards. I can Oka. Out my ring. Kinda like that play. I can Uro, gain 3 life instead. Nah. You can put Uro in off of Show and Tell, you can't put Oko in off of Show and Tell, so I should Uro. I should Oko. See if they want to counter it. If they do, that's fine. If they don't, okay. Out my ring. I'm not dying to my ring today. Now I have an attacker. Gonna have to discard to hand size, but well, Toxic Deluge isn't really doing anything anywhere in this matchup, so to the bin it goes. Very scary matchup for sure, because again, they're playing a already good counter deck that can back itself up with counter magic, which is very scary, but they're gonna go for it next turn. If only I found my surgical extraction, that would have been very nice. Only 2 layers of protection here, unfortunately. So they go for a Show and Tell. I Mana Drain it, they know about this. They let that counter it, okay, cool. I'll take that. Mystic Sanctuary back to the top. Look, this is a great turn to find Surgical Extraction. Deck, I know you don't want to do it for me, but this would be a great turn to find Surgical. This would be an amazing turn to find Surgical Extraction, but it doesn't even matter because Jace off of this is going to put this to the bottom, so that's fine. That's okay. I'm going to play, if I don't find Surgical, I'm going to play Jace. They just have another Show and Tell. Thankfully, I have another counter spell. Jesus Christ, that was scary. That's 3 Show and Tells gone. I get a lot of mana here. 6 to be exact. Let's play a 1 ring for free. Keep this one. It's still legendary, so you still have to sacrifice one, which is funny. Drew another counter spell, that's really good. Let's play Jace. Let's plus on them. Take action, put that to the bottom of the library. Make food with Jib with Oka. Pause the turn. They're down to 1 Show and Tell in deck, so they gotta find that. Lorien is okay, I think. I don't think I care about this. They can draw as many cards as they want. Again, they're down to 1 Show and Tell in the deck. They probably have Mystic Sanctuaries, but Mystic Sanctuary doesn't actually do it. Now I'm starting to brainstorm with Jace after 1 ringing. Draw cards. Bowmaster is good. Brainstorm with Jace. Okay, let's do... let's see, let's put... Assassin's Trophy is another out to Show and Tell. I don't need Sheoldred's Edict, and I don't need Fatal Push. Let's do that. And then let's say... land to shuffle that away. I could have played a fetch land, but that's okay. It's Elgar food. They fatal push it, that's fine. Okay, I now have a couple of layers of protection. But I think I want to play the Tamiyo. No, I can discard the land. That's okay. I'll discard a land. I want to punish everything they do. I want to punish them drawing cards. I want to punish them going for anything. So I'm going to discard a land here instead of playing Tamiyo. Discard a land. I can discard Ur, but I still want to be able to put Ur in off of a show until if they want to do that. Pass the turn. I will play a Bowmaster, which they probably want to counter. They've not countered it. Do I fetch here? I think so. I'll play Ur next turn, so that way I don't die to, like, my One Ring. Now they just hit me with a Born Upon a Wind bump in the night and I die. That'd be so funny. Alright, go to 2. Tamiyo. I can flip a Tamiyo here for free. I think that's the play. I can also elk my One Ring after. Yeah. Alright, let's flip a Tamiyo for free. It's free to do it. Tamiyo can then start getting back instant sources from my graveyard. The Avengers have assembled. I will poke my ring. Ha, you can elk your ring and then bounce it back to your hand with a Jace. That's such a funny play. Drown in the Law. I'll put that to the bottom because I don't want them to have a counterspell. And then I can play Uro, but I'm at 2 life, but I'm not losing life to my ring anymore, so I don't have to play Uro. I'm at 9 cards. I'm going to discard 2. I'm definitely going to discard this assassin, this thing, and I can discard none of the Oko, so that's fine. I'm just going to go to discard and have as much removal off as possible. They fail to push my Bowmaster, so that's fine. Again, they have to dig for their last show and tell. So end turn. Soren's Ransom, sure. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna overload them. They have good cards anyway, so I'm gonna overload them. I'm gonna give them every card. It sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but look. They're casting this at 4 cards in hand. So they're gonna draw 4. They're now at 9 cards in hand. They're gonna draw a card. And then, like, they have so many cards in hand that they're gonna have to discard anyway. Gain control of target permanent with mana value 1 or less. That is pretty cool. That's pretty dank. How do I answer this? I guess I'm allowed to Sheoldred's Edict. They get it. I don't get a window to respond? What? Wizards of the Coast, what is going on? They cast a spell. After you cast a spell, I have to say pass turn, and then he gets to say pass turn. Where was that? I'm meant to be allowed to cast Sheoldred's Edict here, but now I have to discard 2 cards, which is super relevant. That is super, super relevant here. Like, Wizards is just trolling me at this point. So I guess I put away Uro and Tamiyo. And on their upkeep. Now they can protect it with counter magic as well. Like, that is cooked that they're allowed to do that. Yeah, no, I just have to... Yeah, because Tamiyo's gonna get back. What the f***, Wizards? Wizards has just killed me. I just lost the game to Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, I just lost the game to Wizards, because now they're allowed to protect Tamiyo. Like, because Tamiyo would just get back a show and tell. Like, that's so stupid, Wizards of the Coast. Like, that's so dumb. Like, I can't even, like, why is there no priority there? Like, I should get priority there. Okay, so I counter back, I guess, but if I counter back and they have the show and tell, I lose. I definitely counter back, because Tamiyo is a guaranteed line to show and tell. So stupid. So stupid. If I lose this game, dude. If I lose this game, I'll be so angry. I'll be so angry if I lose this game. But at least you guys, for the first time, get to see the priority bug in action, where it's just a bug, where, like, for some reason, it just skips priority for no reason. So they're gonna have, like, 1,000,000 mana. I have to kill Tamiyo. Which is just so crazy that I have to do this now. Like, this wasn't even close. They were fully tapped out. Like, oh, it's so unfair, dude. Magic is so unfair. Magic is so unfair, dude. The Wizards, like, it's just like they just want my opponent to win. They just gifted my opponent this win. Now they get to hardcast Omniscience and I lose. Like, it's just so sad, dude. Whatever, man. At least the One Ring is a legendary creature, so I can Boseiju an Omniscience. But, like, that's so crazy that I almost lost this game to Wizards of the Coast and a bad game. Like, the game itself being bugged. Like, they cast a spell on my end step. After they cast that spell, I should get priority. And there's the last show and tell, so... no. So stupid. I'm gonna show them the masterminds because they think they can get the show and tell, but they can't because the show and tell is in the graveyard now. So this masterminds actually doesn't get anything. So now they have no more show and tells in their deck. So now they have to hard cast. They have no more show and tells in their deck. So they either have to hard cast on Omniscience, or somehow have another Mystic Sanctuary, which they don't. Like, they have to now hardcast Mastermind's Acquisition into... Okay, good. My turn. We didn't lose. We almost did, though. Okay, what's in their graveyard? I'm gonna take here... I drew my... Well, kind of. I need life to do that, actually. No, I don't. Okay, I'm looking at their graveyard here because I want to see if I can somehow hose their hand. I can't really. Wait. Oh no, there's one in exile. Okay, what's in my deck? I have a mana drain. Let's draw first, right? Or do I plus? Well, actually, first... I'm gonna do this. Let's move to combat first. Make them spend mana. Do I want to Jace ult them, or do I want to Brainstorm here? Is my hand good enough? Let's Brainstorm. Let's Brainstorm. Okay, I drew that naturally. That's good. Do I want to Uro? Yeah, I do. In case they randomly have a reanimate, I'm gonna exile creatures. That gains me 3 life. I'm not putting the Boseiju in. Is there a fetchable left in my deck? Forest, and that's it. Okay. So no fetchable for this Polluted Delta. If I do this, I can lose to a singular counterspell. Is there a Thoughtseize still in my deck? No. Only Surgical. So I would have to surgical. But what do I want to surgical? Do I want to surgical their show and tells? Because their game plan here is hardcast masterminds, but they can't actually do that without an omniscience in play, right? Let's count their lands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do it like this. This game is only close because of that bug earlier. But I think I'm slightly ahead. Okay, they do that. Okay, I get to see their hand, basically. Do they have a way of recurring their graveyard? Because if they don't, then I am now going to get Surgical Extraction. I'm going to pay Phyrexian mana to Surgical away all their show and tells. Their hand is a counterspell. Okay. Demonic Tutor Brainstorms. No way to actually win the game apart from stealing my permanence with that, right? Okay. Okay, so their only way to win the game is Mastermind's Acquisition and stealing my creatures with Archmage's Charm. That's their only ways to win the game now. So they can force a Masterminds through. And then I'm going to flip a Tamiyo, I think. Because now even Tamiyo, even if they steal another Tamiyo, that doesn't cut it. So I'm going to flip a Tamiyo with Jace to... They're also dead in 2 hits. That's also a thing. They're just dead in 2 hits. But I'm going to flip a Tamiyo with Jace, I think. No, I should just not cast any spells, right? So I'm going to let this resolve, I think. Bump in the night for the win. If they get bump in the night here, they win the game. Like, if they have a bump in the night, I'm dead. So let's see what they got here. Even reshuffling their graveyard won't win them the game because I've taken out all their show and tells from their deck. That's fine. Is it time to... No, not yet. Okay, they countered that. That's fine with me. Oh, look, the forest. Holy shit, it's here. That's funny. Now I can pay for a spell pierce if they have one. That's pretty funny. Oh, Brainstorm. So their deck shouldn't contain a card that lets them win the game, apart from that one card they got off of they got with Mastermind's Acquisition. But what could that even be? Like, a Hullbreaker Horror doesn't cut it. Cryptic Coat. That is definitely the card they got from outside the game, right? That has to be it. I can Boseiju this, so I think I'm not going to counter it. All they get is a cloak, right? Yeah, that's fine. I'll Boseiju this whole game for that. That has to be the card they got, right? They can bounce code to their hand. That's fine. That's annoying because they get another cloak. That's a good card. But now at least they shouldn't be able to counter back if they cast it again. And I just make infinite blockers too, so like it's fine. That's okay. The code is a little bit annoying though, for sure. It's definitely a little annoying. So now I have to Jace ultimate them to kill them, which I think I will do. You can draw as many cards as you like from your deck. I think they haven't understood that. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna counter this cloak now. If they can stop me from doing this, that's fine. They get to keep the cloak, but yeah, okay. The cloak is gone, so all I have to worry about is a face down 2/2. That's okay. I'm happy with that. In fact, I'm so happy with that I am gonna trade a food token for it. I'm so happy with that trade that I'm gonna trade a food token for it. I have a food token. I'll take that 2/2 though. Not gonna plus onto them. Okay. Brainstorm. I will put that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. To the top, I guess. Make them scared. And I guess drawing Brainstorm off of Ur here is pretty good. This is also a lethal attack, by the way. So, yeah. Not great for them. It's also a lethal attack. They probably have a Fatal Push though, right? Oh no, they can gain 3 life off the food, of course. Oh, they're dead. Well, we did it. We beat them, but man, Arena almost made us lose that. That was super close. That was super lucky on my end. Well, no, it's not lucky on my end because that was a bug, but it was lucky on my end that they didn't have more to fight over that Tamiyo. Because that Tamiyo would have just -3 to get Show and Tell back and would have won them the game right there. Because I had no more counter magic, right? What was meant to happen is Arena was meant to give me priority after they cast their spell on my end step to gain control of Tamiyo, so that I can then kill my own Tamiyo on my end step so they have no untapped mana. But that almost went wrong, but we won the game, thankfully. Very grindy, but this is why Show and Tell runs green, because Veil of Someone would have ripped that matchup open. Hello everyone, it's Day 2 Control Guy. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish the recording in one day, so I'm just here back for a second day. I made a couple tiny changes to the deck, not anything major, just replaced some Flooded Strands for 2 Misty Rainforests. Just makes the fetches a little bit nicer, because we do run a basic forest and we want to fetch it more often than not. So just having 2 extra fetches instead of the white fetch that we don't need. I don't want to waste wild cards. You should just have no Flooded Strands and all Rainforests in this deck, but hey, just made that little change. I wanted to let you know. Let's get into the last game, and I'll see you guys afterwards. Peace. Alright, we go first. No, we don't go first. Opponent goes first. We have a turn 1 Tamiyo into do nothing, but then we have Oko and Uro. This hand is very risky, but I think we can keep it for the science. If I'm mulligan, I would have just put Jace back anyway. If this was a mulligan hand. They're on... This is either Eldrazi or Oopsal spells, but we do have the turn 2 Tamiyo. So I think we will play a... Is there ever a reason to turn 2 Tamiyo with Fatal Push available? I think so. So we're gonna play the Tamiyo out here. Also, that gives us a clue token as well, just in case. Who knows? Oko is pretty decent against Eldrazi. Oh, okay. Just mill 4, return a card. Obviously, Breaker of Devourer of Destiny is a bit scary because they can just exile any permanent they want. But we hope that they are gonna take too long to get to the late game. So let's Brainstorm. Actually, no, let's attack first. Cash in our clue token. Brainstorm. Find some Bowmasters. Let's put back one Jace. And I think one Bowmaster. It's not very good in the Eldrazi matchup. We'll play our fetch land. Plus Tamiyo, and we're off to the races. Lucan's Binding. Return Tamiyo back to my hand. Sure. I will fetch Hedge Maze. Thoughtseize is good. I will Thoughtseize and hold up Assassin's Trophy or Bowmaster. Double One Ring and Omniscience. Okay. Sure, let's take a One Ring. Do they have to find a land? They have to find a land. Do they run basics? It's not worth Assassin's Trophying here. But I'm thinking about playing out Tamiyo. No. If they don't draw anything, I think I'll just crack the clue. Or do I play the Bowmaster? I don't know. Actually, I could Bowmaster into Oko and start clocking them. I think that's decent. With the clue token, Oko can make creatures 2 turns in a row. I also really want to find a counterspell. Dude, are you kidding me? They naturally top deck Show and Tell. You have to be joking. That's okay though. But they're gonna get all their spells for free here. If I'm lucky, they cast the One Ring off of their Show and Tell. So they put an Omniscience into play. Oh wait, no, they don't get anything. Thankfully, they don't get anything. I'm gonna full control here, and I'm gonna put in Orcish Bowmaster, and in response to Orcish Bowmaster's trigger, they're not allowed to cast sorceries because there's a trigger on the stack. In response to the trigger, I'll blow up the Assassin's Trophy. Scary, but what a top deck by my opponent. So yeah, no free spells because there's no room to cast sorceries when there's a trigger on the stack, but I'm allowed to respond with an instant. Okay. So. What? Oh yeah, I'm still in full control. I have to choose an army for the orc. Okay, and we draw a counterspell. That's kind of clutch, I won't even lie to you. Let's play Tamiyo. And then we're gonna Jace them, and then things are gonna be good for us, right? They just slam the One Ring here, right? Yeah, that play of putting Bowmaster, I could have done it with Uro too, so I didn't even need the Bowmaster. But the play of put something in with the trigger on the stack, kill their Omniscience, is a play that has been working ever since. But the actual dedicated Show and Tell deck puts like Born Upon a Wind in their deck, and then you can't beat that, right? So thankfully they're not a fully dedicated deck. They're kind of doing 2 things at once. They're playing Eldrazi and Show and Tell. But yeah. Now they're just gonna rope me out and die, probably. They're very far behind at this point. Obviously they don't know I have a counterspell, but I do have one. So now they are true top decking into my untap with 7 mana. Not very likely that they win this, especially since I'm gonna start Jacing them as well. Actually, I can't really even Jace them because they have the Misty Rainforest. So I think I'm going to... I think I'm just going to Jace Brainstorm. Brainstorm with Jace. See what I draw. If I draw a fetch land first, I'm going to fetch Mystic Sanctuary, put a counterspell on top, and they concede. Yeah, yeah, pretty good way to just tempo them out. They're playing a deck that can go far over the top, but is very clunky. So yeah, good game. I'll take that. Yeah, I had fun. I won. Winning is fun. But But yeah, again, I don't like combining Uin's Labyrinth with Omnitel. I don't think that's a great way to do it. If you're gonna use an MH3 land with Omniscience and Show and Tell, you should definitely be playing the Shifting Woodlands instead. Play Shift and Show instead of like Eldrazi Show and Tell. Because when you only have Show and Tell Devourer of Destiny, that's also not very good, just putting in a 6/6 that does nothing. The Eldrazi deck shouldn't be playing Show and Tell, it should just be playing more like, I don't know, Round Spells, Kozilek's Command, and stuff like that. But we don't have enough soul lands, like lands that tap for 2 colors mana in Timeless, viable ones, to be playing Eldrazi yet, I don't think. Once they print Eldrazi Temple, or, I don't know, I don't think they're going to ever print Ancient Tomb and show City of Traders on Arena, but if they ever do that, then this deck is powerful. But as of right now, no, it's not too great. And that's the deck. We're back for the wrap-up. Pretty short video today. I'm sorry, I've been really busy. And unfortunately, in hindsight, this video is probably going to come out another like week after the last one, which is really sad. I really wish I could make more content for you guys, but I'm just really busy in real life, unfortunately. The views are kind of tanking, but I'm happy. I'm still happy, dude. 400 views on my last video is insane. Like, again, my goal with this channel was to just put out control videos and like have 3 to 12 people watch me. That's what I was thinking when I upmade this channel. You guys are absolutely smashing it. I don't know where this channel is going to go. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to keep it up because I enjoy playing Magic and recording myself doing so. I love controlling people, and I love finding new creative ways to control the metagame of any given format. Speaking of any given format, Explorer content, Standard content, maybe even Historic, even though I've personally never played Historic because I really don't like Alchemy, and Historic is full of Alchemy because it's the next best thing to do. I can make those videos. I will probably make those videos. Obviously, at the moment, I can't upload very often, so my main format is Timeless. So if I have a cool Timeless deck I'm playing, I'll show you guys first. But then if there's like 2 or so weeks where the best deck is still Jeskai Control, I'll play some Explorer, right? Or some Standard, or best of 3, or whatever you want to see. As for streams, streams will be coming back soon. Depends on when I have time, but I'll always make sure to announce them so you guys have time to prepare. And yeah, that's about it. This deck is pretty fun, pretty cool. I'd actually recommend playing it. The win rate was like medium. It was like winning maybe 6 out of 10 games. Like, for comparison, the Jeskai Flage deck wins like 8 to 9 out of 10 games for me. So this deck is more, you have some very obvious bad matchups, like we just don't beat Titanfield with this deck at all. We're way worse against Show and Tell because we can't put in a Leyland Binding. And yeah, burn, like if they burn you out before you get to your Uros and Okos, you're kind of dead because your only sweeper is Toxic Deluge, so Boros Energy can also go over the top of you because you only have 4 Fatal Pushes. There's obvious flaws, but in the control mirror, this deck is amazing. Like, this deck, Bowmaster, Demonic Tutor, Mana Drain, One Ring, Oko, Uro, Jace, so many Thoughtseize, Surgical Extraction, Tamiyo, all great cards to beat control. And Abundant Harvest is such a nice card. I really like it. I think I want to make a Bant deck built with it as well, but Bant has so many good cards that you don't want to play Abundant Harvest, because Bant also wants to have the Wrath of the Skies energy package and stuff. So we'll see where this goes, but I can definitely see this deck being good. And I think you could, this is one of those decks where I say you can craft this and you can have a go with this. If you're more of like an Uro, Oko, Thoughtseize type of gamer, you should craft this deck instead of like Jeskai Control, because Jeskai really is just removal, board wipe, Flage, and win the game. If you don't like that, I love that. But if you don't like that, fair enough. Let's hate some hands, exile their win cons, flip a Tamiyo, and draw half your deck. If you really like that type of game playstyle, this deck is for you. I have a Dimir version of this as well, which is really, really good. I hope I can show you that soon-ish. But for now, stick with this build. Lesson we learned is have your fetchers fetch your lands. Obviously, Flooded Strand is okay in this deck, but not great because it can't fetch Forest. It's not as detrimental because we do want a lot of islands for Mystic Sanctuary, so you just want island fetchers instead of, like, I don't know, Verdant Catacombs. But yeah, that's about all from me. Let's open some packs. I think I have 2 right now. Hold on. Yep, a Bloomberg pack and a Modern Horizons pack for you guys. Yeah, let's go. Look at what we get. We got a rare from this. What's our rare? Our rare is Keen-Eyed Curator. I've never heard of this card before. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards exiled with it, it has +4/+4 on trample, and then exile a card from a graveyard. It's like Scavenging Ooze, but it starts better, but then scales a little bit worse, and it takes longer to get big. It's okay. This is a decent standard card. Scavenging Ooze saw a lot of play in standard. And it actually still sees play in the Explorer, so... But I think Scavenging Ooze is still a better creature, because Scavenging Ooze is worse as you cast it. But then, the minute you exile a card with Scavenging Ooze, if it's a creature card, Scavenging Ooze is already better than this, because it gains you a life, it now is also a 3/3, and it doesn't get stats, right? And then after that, Scavenging Ooze just starts scaling up more and more, becoming better than this. This thing gives itself trample, which is cool, but I don't know. I think Scavenging Ooze is probably better. But yeah, that's this pack. And not timeless playable at all. None of this is timeless playable. Like, absolutely not. Let's see some timeless playable cards in this pack. No mythic again. I mean, to be fair, I did luck out and get 3 mythic pulls in a row, so maybe I should chill with the mythics. This Shrieking Drake is a good card in the new Allurin combo. I forgot what that card is called. It's the green 4-mana energy card. It's seeing play in Modern right now, but obviously it's not really timeless playable yet because we don't have the right combo pieces. And we got a Crabomination, which is an abomination of a card, which is just not playable. I've lost the Crabomination before. I have. It's in that combo deck video that I really didn't like, the combo, and I played the combo deck, and then someone beat me with a Crabomination, showing that deck is pretty much garbage. But Crabomination... Emerge from Artifact. Yeah, you can sacrifice your 1 ring and then cast this for 3 mana to steal 1 card. No, I'm good. Anyway, horrible packs, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever, all the YouTuber stuff. If you comment, I'll answer, and I'm the control guy. I bid you all farewell. Have a nice day. Peace.